What's up, DBs? Coach D Magic here, former D1 defensive back. We're here to go over some middle field safety tips. We have Xavier Watts. We have Jessie Bates intercepting Matt Stafford. Make sure you go and get the DB Mastery program. We have middle field safety drills that are guaranteed to help you guys get more interceptions. So literally, all the techniques that we're going to talk about are in the DB Mastery program. Make sure you go grab the DB Mastery program. It's only $50, guys. $50 is the price of one session if you're working with a DB trainer. So I'm going to go over the middle field techniques, what they're looking at, how they're reading. And then you guys, please go grab the DB Mastery program if you want to level up your game, if you want to play college, if you want to get more interceptions. Okay, so the main thing, well, one of two things, okay, that are going to help you get interceptions. You have to be good at reading the quarterback, okay? So reading the quarterback's lead shoulder. So not a lot of youth teams are under center. Not a lot of youth teams are in play action, right? So imagine this being in shotgun, and then instead of like a play action fake, this is an RPO fake, okay? So watch the safety. You see how he's shuffling out? See how he's open? Okay, even though we have multiple receivers to this side, we have to get to the middle of the field technically, right? So he's shuffling, and these are his read steps to the middle of the field, okay? So if it is a run, okay, as we're shuffling, we can get downhill and make a play on the run, or if it's an RPO, glance route, we can make a play on that. But as he sees it's a pass, right? Play action pass, the quarterback takes the drop. Now he's going to get into his back pedal. Now he's going to get depth in the middle of the field. Second thing is you want to read the quarterback's lead shoulder, not his eyes, his lead shoulder. Why? Watch Matt Stafford's eyes. See how his eyes are looking to the field. Now, this is a veteran. Not too many quarterbacks can do this. This is a veteran, MVP type level, Super Bowl winning quarterback, okay? He's looking to one side, but look at his lead shoulder, his front shoulder, his left shoulder at this moment. Look where that shoulder is. His shoulder's facing this way, okay? As he hits that back foot, notice how his shoulder continues to stay to the field. Even though his eyes are still in the middle of the field, he's trying to discourage this safety away from here. He wants this one-on-one with this linebacker, all right? His eyes are one way, but his shoulder's the other way. So once he hits that back foot, now you see how his eyes finally sync up with his lead shoulder. The lead shoulder is going to tell you where he wants to go with the ball the whole time. So a lot of people say read his eyes. Depending on what type of quarterback you got, you can, but I would say the lead shoulder is going to give you the best indicator where he wants to go with the ball. All right. And you see how that lead shoulder starts to rise up. All right. It's low now, but it rises up. Okay. That means he's trying to get some arc on the football. He wants to go there with the football. All right. So as we're shuffling to backpedal, okay, that's basic middle field safety drills that are in the DB Mastery program, but you have to know how to apply it, okay? Now, boom. Now we're already open to where he wants to go with the football. We didn't let his eyes trick us, all right? Now, once he hits that back foot, we're already out the gate, all right? And once you're ahead of the quarterback, a step ahead, that's when you get these interceptions like this. Great play. All right, now we have Jessie Bates down here, okay? So they are disguising, right? They're showing a lot of people up, so this looks like cover zero. So another way to get interceptions is by disguising, all right? Don't disguise yourself out of your responsibility, but if you do show low, that means you got to get speed, get depth, and get out of there, right? So we have trips to the opposite side, all right? So we should be in a crossover run here, all right? We got to get depth if we're going to disguise low. So let's say, you can possibly use this. I would say start 5 yards in disguise and get to 12 to 15. All right. Again, this is a Pro Bowl, all pro level player. So he knows his capabilities, and this is stuff that you practice in practice. Okay. So that you know what you can and can't do. All right. He's going to run to the middle of the field. He needs to be in a crossover run to get depth. All right. Matthew Stafford's eyes and his shoulder are watching this side of the field. Okay. We're staying to the middle of the field. All right. And notice how that shoulder, right? If we're watching that shoulder and those eyes, okay, he goes from wanting to throw to the opposite side of the field. Now he's starting to work towards the middle of the field, okay? We have a peripheral on this number one receiver crossing our face here right now. And a lot of your interceptions, all right? A lot of your interceptions are going to be on tips and overthrows. So being in the right position, always flying to the football, right? Because these quarterbacks have to layer it. He has to layer it over 56, all right? High ball, miss throw, tips and overthrows. Tips and overthrows, all right? So just working with the eye, working with the lead shoulder, working with where the quarterback wants to throw the football. All right, this isn't always a clean pick, but if you're just in the vicinity, if you're in that line, okay, if you're in that line, let's go back here. If you're in this line, all right, you're going to put yourself in position to get tips and overthrows. All right, so great pick by Jesse Bates. Guys, make sure you go get the DB Mastery Program. I'm telling you guys, for middle field safeties, any type of safety, we have a ton of drills to help you guys master your craft, okay? I'll put the link, or the link is going to be on the video. I'll put the link in the description as well. If you have questions, if you want to learn from actual pro college safeties, I'll put the link in the description as well so that you guys can join our private DB group. It's going to be on school. I hope you guys learned something, all right?